Hello guys, welcome back again to our another video, another class. I hope in the last class you're able to solve some of the questions by yourself. You understood how I have done. So today in this class we will continue from the last class. Okay. In the last class we have completed up to question number 5. Today we are going to do question number 6. So let's take a look on question number 6. What is given in the question? So let's read it out. If 2x is this much, minus 1 plus I root 3, and 2y is how much? Minus 1 plus I, minus 1 minus I root 3. Then we need to show that, number 1, x square is equal to y, xy is a plus ib, where a is 1 and b is 0. And then question number 3, x is the multiplicative inverse of y and vice versa. That means y is also the multiplicative inverse. So let's take a look. Let's see how we have done, how we will do. Okay, question number 6, question number 6, question number 6. Solution. So we will be doing 1. Okay, 6 1. We need to show that x square is equal to y. We have already written given solution D. Let me write again here so that it looks better. Okay, so this is not so what is given first, we will write it down. 2x is how much? Minus 1 plus I root 3. Then again we have how much? 2y is how much? Minus 1 minus I root 3. Okay, so now what we need to prove? X square is equal to y. x square, x square, तो ये x इसका square करते हैं. चलो, say this is your, okay, say this is 1 and this is 2. तो अभी 1 को स्क्वायर करेंगे. हाँ, एक्स स्क्वायर लाना है ना, तो स्क्वायरिंग बोथ साइड्स ऑफ इक्वेशन 1. तो क्या आएगा हमको? 2x होल स्क्वायर 1 प्लस आई रूट 3 होल स्क्वायर x square. So now we get how much? 4x square. So we get from here the x square, the left hand side, and 4 we will transfer to the other side. Okay, let's see whether we will get y or not. So 1 square is how much? 1. 2 into 1 is 2. And then we will get root 3. Then I plus I root 3 whole square. I square is how much? Minus 1. 1 plus I. 2 root 3 I we can write. I square is minus 1. Root 3 square is 3. So we can write minus 3. Now let's see. 4x square will be how much? 1 minus 3 is minus 2 plus I 2 root 3. Okay, we can divide both sides by 2. Then we will get how much? 2x square equal to minus 1 plus I root 3. This will be not minus, this will be not plus, this will be minus. So we have to be very careful. Okay. Oh, it is plus itself. It is plus, it is plus, it is plus. What? I made a mistake. What I made a mistake. Our x is minus 1. This is where I made mistake. Yes. So this will be minus 1. तो ये होगा तुम्हारा minus 1 square. Minus 1 square is 1. यहाँ पे आएगा तुम्हारा minus 1. है ना? That is why if you write shortcut form, lahe lahe gole longka by that one, right? 2 into minus 1. So I have got speed to khunda khale. Then now it is minus. So this will be minus minus I root 3. Okay. So we need to find x square. है ना? So x square is how much? Minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. Chalo. Now say this is your and this is your y, है ना? If you transfer this side, alright? Say this is your equation number 3. Now 2 implies इसको ही बदल के रख लेना चाहिए था. So now from 3 and 4 we can say that x square is equal to y. Both are minus 1 minus root 3 by 2. We have shown. Okay. Now let's proceed to question number 2. क्या है वहाँ पे? 6 2. So xy is equal to a plus ib, where a equal to 1, b equal to 0. xy है ना? Okay, so we need to multiply x and y. तो हमको x and y निकाल देना चाहिए. D. So given 2x is how much? Minus 1 plus I root 3. So your x will be how much? Minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. So this is your 1. And again 2y is how much? Minus I root 3. So your y is how much? Minus I root 3 by 2. This is your now equation 1 into equation 2. We will get x into y. So minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2 minus 1 minus I root 3 by 2. You know? So now if you multiply, you will get 4, and this is a square minus b square. So minus I square minus I root 3 whole square. So 1 by 4. This is your how much? 1 minus I square become minus plus. And this is your root 3. Square is how much? 3. Then 1 by 4 into 4 become how much? 1. Now you see, where is A is 1. See, A equal to 1. And real number is 1. And we don't have imaginary number. B equal to 0. So, therefore, we can say that xy is equal to 1 plus I dot 0. है ना? A plus I B. Where A equal to 1, B equal to 0. And so on. Okay. Now we need to do for number 3. What is number 3? X is the multiplicative inverse of y and vice versa. That means y is also the multiplicative inverse of x. So we need to prove 2 times. पहले x is y, x inverse है, फिर y इसका inverse दिखाना पड़ेगा. X is the multiplicative inverse of y. D. That means x is equal to 1 by y. Y का multiplicative inverse. And similarly, y is also 1 by x. Yay. This one we need to solve. Okay, so first we will find out 1 by y will be how much. Okay. So multiplicative inverse of y 1 by y is how much? We have already find out the y is how much? Minus I root 3 by 2 है ना. तो अब ये 2 ऊपर चला जाएगा. So minus root 3. Okay. तो इसका conjugate से multiply करना पड़ेगा ना. Yes. Minus, wait, not like this. If it is minus, then we need to multiply with the plus. So minus 1 square, then I root 3 whole square. So okay, we'll keep this for a while. Minus 1 is 1. It becomes plus, right? I square is minus 1. So root 3 is minus 1 plus I root 3. This is 4. 2 cancel. So you get how much? 2 minus I plus I root 3. And this is nothing but your x. है ना? So you can write this as x. So therefore, you can write down, therefore x is the multiplicative inverse of y. You write down, okay? Because I'm keeping space for the inverse, okay? Again, multiplicative inverse of, here we have found out for y, now x, 1 by x. So same, x is how much? Minus 1 plus I root 3 by 2. Right, now 2 will go up, I root 3. Now with the conjugate, minus I root 3. Then we've got minus I root 3. Fine. So minus 1 square minus I root 3 square. So 2 minus 1 minus I root 3. So minus 1 become plus how much? Root plus 3. So minus I root 3. Oh, this is not minus 1. This is plus only. Okay, you write on plus. My, square root of minus 1 is plus only. From where it will come minus. Yes. So same 4. This is 2. 4 cancel. And this is your nothing but your y. So therefore y is the multiplicative inverse of x. Oh, x is the multiplicative. No, y is the multiplicative inverse of x. So hence sort like this. Okay. So if it is a separate question, then you have to write down given. Okay, given x equal to. In order to save space, I didn't write given again. So you find out what is x and what is y. Okay, in the given section, then you proceed this one, because here we are writing directly x, and here also we are writing directly y. Fine. So 6 is done. Now we will proceed to question number 7. Question number 7. We need to solve the following equation. Okay, that means we need to find x and we need to find y. So this will be better if we do that simultaneous equation, solving simultaneous equation. Anyway, okay, 7 1. What do we have? We need to take the imaginary part and the, because here two complex number are equal, we need to find out equality of a complex number. Okay, that theorem you remember. Two complex number are equal if and only if the real part of one complex number is equal to the real part of the another complex number, and the imaginary part of one complex number is equal to the imaginary part of the another complex number. So we need to separate the real and the imaginary part at first. So 3x plus 5y, this 5I is imaginary. Again, this 4y is real. So okay, so we need to write them together. So 3x minus 4y, the real part together, plus 5i. And here it is already x minus 3y I. So already the real and the imaginary are written separately. Okay, now we need to compare the real and the imaginary part. So यहाँ पे क्या लिखेंगे हम? Comparing comparing the real and the imaginary parts, we get क्या होगा 3x will be equal to 10, 3x minus 4y equal to 10. Say this is your equation 1. Then then what will be equal 5i है ना. So x minus 3y, both I, so x minus 3y will be equal to 5. So we can write like this, x minus 3y equal to 5, or 5 equal to x minus 3y, both are same. So from here we can find out the value for y. Okay. Let's write here, okay. X minus 3y equal to 5. This is equation 2. So from here we can find out for x. ये 3y उस तरफ चला जाएगा, so 3y plus 5. See, this is your 3. Then from 1 and 3, okay, putting the value or substituting the value of x in equation 1, क्या मिलेगा हमको, जहाँ पे x है वहाँ पे we will put this one 3y plus 5. So this is your general math simultaneous equation, okay. Substitution method equal to 10. Quiz chapter 4. 3 into 3 is how much? 9y plus 15 equal to 10. So 9y equal to 15 उस तरफ ले जाओ, so 10 minus 15. what ये तो कौन लिखेगा, हाँ, -4y कौन लिखेगा, है ना. So 9 minus 4y is how much? 5y. Okay. So ये हो गया तुम्हारा -5. So 5y equal to -5. So your y will be how much? -1. तो ये y अभी यहाँ पे पुट करेंगे क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 में. Okay, so this is your 4. So again, putting y equal to -1 in equation 3, we have x equal to 3 into -1 plus 5. -3 plus 5 will be how much? 2. So therefore x equal to y equal to -1. This is your answer. So this is how you solve the equation. So the rest of the question number 2 and 3, I leave it to you. I will try to solve question number 4. Okay. Then okay, let's go to question number 4. 2 and 3 will be you do by yourself, and you ask me if you have any problem. Okay. You text me in the WhatsApp group. One plus I x minus 2i 3 plus I, ये x minus 2i नहीं है दी. There is no bracket. ये x is multiplied with this one 1 plus I, ये इसके साथ मल्टीप्लाई है 3 plus I plus 2 minus 3I, ये y के साथ मल्टीप्लाई अब by I 3 minus I 0 plus I into 1. So the real part is equal to 0 and the imaginary part is equal to 1. Chalo, chalo, chalo. So we need to take LCM now, this one, D. Need to take LCM. If you take LCM, then what we will get? 3 plus I, 3 minus I. So this is nothing but your 3 square minus I square D. And इसके साथ तो 3 minus I के साथ multiply करना पड़ेगा. So the whole of this thing will be multiplied with 3 minus I. So 1 plus I x minus 2I, they are all multiplied with 3 minus I plus 2 minus 3IY plus I 3 plus I. Then we get here 0 plus I. तो 0 तो मत लिखो, only I we have got the, तो खाली I लिखेंगे. Okay, fine. ये उस तरफ ले जाएंगे. Then here we will multiply. So we try to solve. तो क्या होगा? This multiply this. So we get 1 plus I. This multiply this 3 minus I. Then we've also got x minus. Wait, what is this? 2 into 3 minus I. 2I into 3 minus I. Then we have got plus 2 minus 3I, 3 plus I into y, plus we have got I. So this is 3I. Let's solve it. Then I square. Then यहाँ पे I है. Then so this will be your 3 square minus I square. Now let's multiply 1 into 3, 3 x, 1 into 3, 3 into x, x. और पहले ये दोनों multiply करते हैं, D, that will be better. So 3 into 3, to 1 into 3x, 1 into I minus I, plus 3I minus I square. And this is all multiplied by x minus 6I minus 2I square plus 2 into 3, 6. Oh, ये तो plus हो जाएगा दी, minus into minus plus 2 into 3, 6. 2 into I, 2 into I, 2I minus 3 into 3, 9I minus into plus minus 3I square, and this is multiplied by y plus 3I minus 1, यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, I will be there, then this is your 9 plus 1. Okay. तो ये यहाँ पे सॉल्व करेंगे. Minus I square is how much? I square is minus 1. This is your minus. So minus into minus plus. So we get here 3 plus 1. Or, okay. 3 plus 1. Then we got 3 minus 1 is 2. So plus 2i. This is your x. Then we get here minus 6i plus into I square is minus 1. So plus into minus 2 plus 3i square minus 1 minus into minus plus. So 6 plus 3. This is your 7i. 9 minus 2 is 7i plus 3i minus 1 equal to 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 into I is 10i. Now here 3 plus 1 is 4 plus 2ix. Okay. 6 minus 6 plus 3i is minus 3i. Minus 2 minus 1 minus 3 plus 6 plus 3 is how much? 9 minus 7i into y equal to 10i. Then now we separate this one. 4x plus 8i 8xi the 8x. Mm, 4x plus, from here will come 8 with 2xi 3i minus 3 plus 9y minus 7yi equal to 10i. Now the real and the imaginary part we will write it separately. Together, real part together, imaginary part together. X 9y and then 3. V 3. X and y is there. This is 3. तो ये वाला इस तरफ ले जा, we have to take this side, other side, because here we don't have the real part d, तो ये उस तरफ ले जाना होगा. So 4x plus 9y, so this is the real part, and then the imaginary part is how much? ये 3i उस तरफ ले जाएंगे. That will be good. Okay. तो क्या होगा यहाँ पे, प्लस i क्या आएगा, 2x minus 7y equal to minus 3 become plus 3 plus minus 3i become plus 3i. So 10i plus 3i. So 4x plus 9y. तो पहले ही उस तरफ ले जाना चाहिए था. So 2x minus 7yi. You can write I here also. Okay. So 3 plus 13i. So I wrote I at the back because to make it equal with this one. Now the real part is here, the imaginary part is this one. So comparing the real and imaginary part we have क्या होगा 4x plus 9y equal to 3. This is your 1. And then 2x minus 7y, this is equal to 13. This is your so now you see 4x, this is 2x. तो इसको 4 बना देने से elimination method से we will be able to do. So equation 2 को हम 2 से multiply करेंगे. So now equation 2 into 2 will become 4x. The 2x और क्या था? What is there? What is there? What is there? Minus 7. So 14y equal to 26. This is your equation number 3. Now from 1 and 3 minus कर देंगे. कौन बड़ा है? 3 बड़ा है ना, तो 3 minus 1 कर देंगे. 3 minus 1. The 3 is how much? 4x minus 14y minus, what is our equation 1? 4x plus 9y. 4x plus 9y to 26 minus 3. So 4x minus 14y minus 4x minus 9y equal to क्या आएगा ये 23. So 4x minus 4x 0. Okay, 14 minus it is minus 23y है ना. So your y will be 23 by 23. This is your 1. So y equal to minus y equal to 1. So y equal to minus 1. Now let's put this one in equation number 2. Okay, this is 3D. This will be better. चलो equation 1 में put करते हैं. So putting y equal to minus 1 in equation 1, we have 4x plus 9y equal to 3 है ना. So 9y wait 9 into minus 1 equal to 3. So 4x minus 9 equal to 3. Minus 9 उस तरफ ले जाएंगे, it become plus 9. So now 4x is how much? 12. Your x is how much? 12 by 4. This is your 3. So therefore x equal to 3, y equal to how much? Minus 1. This is your answer. This is your 7, question number 4. Okay, now we'll do question number 5. Okay, what is 5? I plus 2 by I. 1 minus I, 1 plus I, x plus IY. तो Here, what can we do? Hmm. 1 plus I है ना, 1 minus I conjugate कर देंगे. This is, do you remember when there is I at the denominator, then we multiply the denominator and the numerator with I, and this become I square. This is your minus 1. ठीक है. So I plus 2I by I. Okay, and here we multiply with the conjugate. X plus IY. So this is your I, or this is your I square D. So this is minus 1 by 2I. Then here we have got 1 square is 1 I square. 1 minus I minus 1 minus I whole square. So I minus 2I. 1 plus 1. Right? Then this is your 1 square minus 2I plus I square. This is your x plus IY. So I minus 2I. Then here we have got 2. 1 minus 2I minus 1. X plus IY. I minus 2I. Okay. Then here we have got 110. So only we got minus 2I by 2. Yes. So 2 cancel again. So we have got only minus I here. So you multiply it, minus I square plus 2I square. And then we have got here x plus IY. So my I square is how much? Minus 1. Then 2I square will be how much? Minus 1. So this is your plus 1 minus 2, right? So this is how much? Minus 1 equal to x plus IY. Then here we don't have imaginary, तो हमको imaginary लाना पड़ेगा. I imaginary is 0. So comparing the real and imaginary part, यहाँ लिख देते हैं हिंदी. Comparing the real and the imaginary part, we get क्या आएगा? Minus 1, this is the real part, is x. So x equal to minus 1. Here y is 0. So मिल गया हमको x, value of x and value of y. So this is your equation number 5. So this is your 7. So we have done so far question number 6 and question number 7. Okay, so let's do question number 8. So if a plus ib is equal to x plus iy, then we need to show that root over a minus ib is equal to x minus iy. Okay, okay, okay. A minus ib is equal to x minus iy. तो रियल एंड इमेजिनरी पार्ट कंपेयर करना पड़ेगा दी. Okay, so given, let's see what we will get. Okay, root of a plus ib is how much? X plus iy. So square both sides. A plus ib, so this is x plus iy whole square. A plus ib equal to x square plus 2xyi plus I square y square. A plus ib equal to x square. 1 square is how much? Minus d plus 2xyi. तो कंपेयर करो अभी. Comparing the real and the imaginary parts, we get, or we have, x square minus y square equal to a. Yes, and then 2xy is equal to b. We have got the value of a and b. अभी क्या दिखाना है हमको? रूट ओवर ऑफ a माइनस आई बी. चलो चलो चलो. So now root of a minus ib will be how much? A is how much? X square minus y square. b क्या है? Minus I. b क्या है? 2xy. So this is nothing but your चलो x square प्लस ये पहले की तरह बनाएंगे, राइट. आई वाई होल स्क्वायर कर देंगे, देन माइनस 2x आई वाई कर देंगे, then this becomes your x minus y आई वाई होल स्क्वायर. तो रूट हटा देंगे तो क्या आएगा? x माइनस आई वाई. सो देयरफॉर रूट ऑफ a minus ib is equal to x minus iy. This is your question number 8. What is 9? If the conjugate of 2a plus ib is a plus 4 minus I a plus 2b, conjugate बताया है दे, तो यहाँ पे 2a plus ib है, that means 2a minus ib होगा. Okay, let's try to do number 9 solution. तो conjugate लिखना पड़ेगा. So conjugate of किसका conjugate? 2a plus ib. This is how much? Wait. 2a minus ib. So according to question क्या आएगा 2a minus ib is equal to a plus 4 minus I a plus 2b. हमको a और b, तो ये तो रियल और इमेजिनरी सेपरेट सेपरेट है. We can write it down. Comparing the real and imaginary parts, we get, so 2a will be how much? A plus 4. So ये a इस तरफ ले जाओ, 2a minus a equal to 4. A is how much? 4. I will be how much? minus b. d a plus ib होना चाहिए. So इस तरफ भी माइनस है, so b is equal to a plus 2b. so a का वैल्यू तो मिल गया हमको 4 plus 2b. so minus 4 इस तरफ ले जाओ, b उस तरफ ले जाओ, then we get minus 4 equal to b. so therefore a equal to 4 and b equal to minus 4. so this is your answer. Now 10 is we need to find the additive and multiplicative inverse. Additive क्या है? Minus. And then multiplicative inverse क्या है? 1 by z, 1 by z है ना? So यहाँ पे let करके लिखो तुम, let z equal to minus 4 plus I. तो उसका additive inverse लिखो, z equal to minus z. Then again multiplicative inverse will be z equal to 1 by z. तो 1 by z करके उसका conjugate you try to solve. So 10 is your homework. Okay, question number 10 is homework. Try yourself. Try by yourself. Then what is 11? If z1 and z2 be any two complex numbers, then we can write that real part z1 and z2 two complex number. So the real part z1 z2, okay, multiplication is equal to real part of z1 into real part of z2 minus imaginary part of z1 imaginary part of z2. Okay, so z1 and z2 be any two complex number. So we need to take z1 equal to, say like last time, a equal to ib, or x equal to iy. You can take anything. C plus ib, you can take c plus id. Chalo. Okay, let's do number 11. देखते हैं क्या निकल के आता है. So 11 D 11A. So let z1 equal to a plus ib and z2 equal to c plus id. So now we need to multiply z1 into z2. z1 into z2 equal to a plus ib into C plus ID. So you multiply it, A into C plus ADI plus BCI, right? I square BD. So now I square is minus 1. So AC minus BD plus I BC plus AD. Okay, you can write it that way. Now the real part will be how much? This one, and this is the imaginary part. So real part of Z1 Z2 is how much? AC minus BD, and then imaginary part of Z1 Z2, this is how much? BC plus AD, right? Okay, then here it says that real part of Z1. Okay, so Z1 क्या है? On the right hand side we have what? Real part of Z1. Real part of Z1. Real part of Z1 is how much? A. Real part of Z2 is how much? C. Okay, write it. Let's write it. Since Z1 equal to A plus IB, so the real part of Z1 will be how much? A, and imaginary part of Z1 will be B. Z2 is how much? C plus IB. So real part of Z2 will be C, and imaginary part of Z2 will be D. चलो चलो चलो. Then let's see now. Okay, A. What is A? Real part of Z1 Z2. Real part of Z1 Z2. A into C. A into C. है ना? AC minus B. So A is what? Real part of Z1. C is what? Real part of Z2. We have got minus. B is what? Imaginary part of Z1. D is what? Imaginary part of imaginary part of Z2. हो गया? A is already proof. अभी B क्या है? Imaginary part of Z1 Z2. तो क्या है? BC plus AD. BC क्या है? B क्या है? Imaginary part of Z1. C क्या है? Imaginary part of Z2. Then. Okay, let's write down. So imaginary part of Z1. C क्या है? Real part of Z2. Plus A क्या है? Real part of Z1 into D क्या है? Imaginary part of Z2. क्वेश्चन के साथ मिला हुआ अभी. Real part of Z1, imaginary part of Z2. Real part of Z1, imaginary part of Z2. ओके, और एक बार लिख देते हैं दी क्वेश्चन की तरफ से. Likewise, real part, let's arrange it. The imaginary part of Z2 plus imaginary part of z1 into real part of z2. So here in this question, real part of z2. So it is proof. Okay, see, real part of z1. Here also we have got real part of z1. Imaginary part of z2, imaginary part of z2. We don't need to exchange the place. If we write, okay, then only it will be better. I exchange the place, that is why again I need to rearrange. Imaginary part of z1, imaginary part of z1, then real part of z2, real part of z2. Fine. Okay, let's move to next question. Oh, it is 12. Will you be able to do? This is alpha into q is 1 plus p. Same, okay? Compare the real and imaginary part, then you will get. चलो कर देते हैं यदि. Why take a chance? One. So given क्या है p plus iq तो alpha plus I alpha minus I. तो इस तरफ solve करो. Take conjugate. Then this will be a alpha plus I alpha plus I. Alpha square minus I square a plus I whole square. So alpha square minus 1. This will be your alpha square plus 2 alpha I plus I square. So this is your alpha minus minus plus 1 alpha square. Then I square is minus 1 plus 2 alpha I. Okay, now let's break it the real and the imaginary part. Alpha square minus 1 alpha plus 1 plus I 2 alpha alpha plus 1 alpha square minus 1 alpha plus 1 alpha minus 1. This can again be break further. This is alpha square alpha square alpha square. Okay, so compare p is the real part, q is the imaginary part. So whether we get alpha q or not, we need to show that alpha q equal to 1 plus ip. Okay, let's compare. Comparing the real and imaginary parts. Okay, p equal to alpha square minus 1 alpha square plus 1 q equal to square plus 1. Now left hand side, the 1 plus p, this is your p. Then alpha q मिलता है कि नहीं मिलता है. q तो already we have got right hand side, भी और एक alpha 8 होना चाहिए. चलो let's do for the left hand side. So LHS equal to, not LHS, this is your RHS, right hand side D. Oh, I mistakenly press save. Okay, let's save later. RHS 1 plus P. So 1 plus P is how much? Alpha square minus 1, alpha square plus 1. Okay, now take LCM. Alpha square plus 1, alpha square plus 1 plus alpha square minus 1. See, my plus 1 minus 1 becomes 0. 2 alpha square plus 1. So wait, you see here, what is our q? 2 alpha. हमको मिला है alpha square, 2 alpha square, that means 1 alpha is multiplied. So we can write here like this, right? Alpha into 2 alpha. So alpha into 2 alpha plus this is your q. So we have got AQ. So hence AQ equal to 1 plus P. Soon. Okay. What is number 2? If a plus iy is how much? A plus ib whole square. Then find the values of x square plus y square. Okay, what happened? So here also given real and imaginary part. Okay, we need to find out x plus iy equal to a plus ib whole square. चलो चलो इसका ब्रेक डाउन करते हैं. ए स्क्वायर अल्फा नहीं ना, ये तो ए है. ए स्क्वायर प्लस 2a ib प्लस आई स्क्वायर बी. So a square minus b square plus 2ab I. चलो कंपेयर करो अभी. We need to find the value of x square plus y square. X और y निकलते ही then we will get the. So comparing the real and imaginary parts, we have x is how much? A square minus b square, and y is how much? 2ab. So therefore x square plus y square equal to a square minus b square plus 2ab, and this is nothing but your a minus b whole square, है ना? ओ वेट, नहीं, एक्स स्क्वायर है ना, इसका होल स्क्वायर होगा. माई मेरे मिस्टेक. तो अभी क्या होगा? प्लस 2ab. ओके, निकलना पड़ेगा अभी. ए स्क्वायर माइनस बी स्क्वायर, तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, -2ab खत्म हो जाएगा। फिर यहाँ पे वाई स्क्वायर है तो इसका भी होल स्क्वायर होगा। सो ए स्क्वायर माइनस बी स्क्वायर होल स्क्वायर प्लस ये आके आएगा 4 ए स्क्वायर बी स्क्वायर। So think a square, this like this, the a minus b whole square plus 4ab. Okay, think the a square is a. Now a square minus ab is how much? A square plus b square minus 2ab. Here also plus 4ab. So a square plus b square, 4 minus 2 is plus 2ab है ना, यहाँ पे भी सेम होगा। And then this is your what, all are plus, then a plus b whole square, right? So this will be our a square plus b square whole square. This is our answer. So this is your exercise 2.2. Okay. Okay, let's keep it D as a note so that you will be able to. So this is your okay exercise 2.2. Then next class we will do conceptual. Okay, then after that we will proceed to exercise 2.3. So that's all for today's class. Okay, I'm stopping here. The PPT file is saving, so I'm not able to click anything. So I'm ending the streaming here. Okay, so thank you for being with me. If you have any doubt, okay, you text in the WhatsApp group. You mention the question number, which one you want to ask. Okay, so last time one of you have asked one question and then you mention the question explicitly, which one and which part, okay, you mention. And okay, or you can call me also. So if you have any doubt, then just ring me up. Okay, I will help you with that. Okay, thank you.